But what I thought tonight is just to continue on from last week when I did my last talk, when I did the the nymphing rig. I just tied two nymphs, my favourite two nymphs, which I've used forever, and they're reliable, and it's usually my starting point when I go on the river for the day and there's nothing showing, no flies coming off, cold or windy. So this is where I start, assuming the fish are feeding on the bottom. So that's the first two flies. All the flies start really easy. Okay.
I'll just bring it.
So, and then after that, I'm going to tie the flies which I used last year, and they came about because of what people showed me on the river. Or they said, "Oh, you've got to use this," or in some instances, everybody was talking about, for instance, blue-winged olives, and so I thought, there's got to be something in that, and so I looked at David McPhail YouTube video, and he did the blue-winged olive. He did 3 versions actually, and I thought, wow, that looks good. They're very small, like 22s, and that's why you can't see them on the water. You see the fish taking something. So I tied some of those like mid-season, and they worked like a charm. I was really surprised. Did Jackie say to you, blue-winged olive? No. And
She can't be very warm for 1 week tonight.
well, okay, but anyway, they worked like a dream for quite a couple of months, really. And
What
so
time of year is that?
this would have been late summer.
Yeah.
But blue-winged olives are around for a lot of the time, a lot of the season. And then the other thing we saw, this is mainly on the mono, we saw a lot of spinners, and I thought, I've only got crap spinner patterns. So I looked at one of Michael Wardle's old patterns, and I cribbed that basically and made it into a sherry spinner, and that worked as well. And I was giving that to people, and they were fishing with it, and they were catching on it as well. So, and then at during the mayfly season, everyone was saying crippled mayfly, and so everybody was using that, and that worked like a dream for like a couple of weeks. That was really working well, and then it just went dead. So what I'm saying, these are all flies which I tie now because I want them in my box, because I know I'm going to use them again this coming year, and they were successful last year. Not only for me, but when I gave them to other people, they were successful for them as well. So hopefully you'll get something out of this.
I find the sherry spinner where I live, I used to fish that a lot on the Arrow, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. Well,
really
I never used it before last year.
Yeah.
Remind me what your nymphs were. I'm not sure I was here that night.
Pardon?
Your nymphs you tied in the previous demo, what were they?
No, I haven't. I'm going to do them now.
Oh, you're going to do them now?
Yeah. They're dead easy. I mean, I've probably shown you
I
before.
like easy.
So there's, I always put the beads, tungsten beads, on the hooks first,
Yeah.
onto jig hooks, and I'll do 20 at a time, and I'll tie the 20. It's like a bit of a challenge. You've got 20 hooks there, so it keeps you going, thinking, oh, only another 5 to go, and it eggs you on. Really, it's good. It's good practice to get into, and because it's a production line, you're not fiddling about putting the beads on because you've done them all previously. So that's one of the things I do.
What hook size is this, John?
This is going to be a 14.
14.
It's a jig hook. It's a hens. Okay. I do either 14s or 16s.
You still like jig hooks, John?
Yeah, well, you can't. For a beaded nymph, you can't beat it,
No.
can you?
No.
So, yeah, is the answer.
What colour is it? Is that silver or?
It's a silverhead.
Yeah.
Silverhead olive. Michael, my friend Michael uses this a lot.
Yeah.
He likes this. He
Oh,
was.
we know Michael.
Yeah. So,
You still okay, is it Michael, John? Michael Ward?
yeah. Oh no, this is another Michael.
Oh, they're different Michael, is it?
Yeah,
Michael,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
Michael Morris, is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I know Michael.
Let's put some light on.
Fine chap.
Yeah. Michael Wardle's dead.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his son phoned me. Must have been 2 years ago now, I
When was
guess.
that?
I was there a couple of years ago.
Pardon?
I was going to say it's a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Afraid so.
What's it going on?
Yeah, damn well is. Sorry, just threading my bobbin. I did thread it beforehand.
Putin had done an amalgamate and was going to take over the world.
What was the two Symonds too?
What did you already say? Putin. Trump was on the job. He's also good at it,
Yeah. Divide that between us.
yeah. That's right.
That was a big in Russian newspaper. I'm surprised they published that. Thought we'd be shocked.
What was that? What's that?
Well, Trump
Well,
and
did
Putin
you
got together.
what Trump and what Putin said? We'll get together and we'll take over the world together, share it between us, basically. Did you see it? What's that?
Well, I don't know that he said that.
He did.
That's what it said in the Russian newspaper. I'm
It was
surprised.
on the,
Oh,
it was on
okay.
the, yeah, it was on the telly tonight. He did actually say it. But Trump was having a little joke, and
Oh.
Putin don't have jokes, does he?
No.
The church.
So he took it literally. That's a good idea. We'll share the world.
Well, you've got to take into account China, haven't they?
China
Yeah.
have something to say about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might well do.
Because you've got to watch out for China because they can make more drones than anybody else. So
Yeah.
watch out. Drones the winning card at the moment, isn't it?
And they got more people to take out. They'll never be able to kill all the Chinese, will they?
That's true. So I just run some thread down,
Just keep cutting.
and then this is my choice, and this is boar's hair,
Oh.
and I use this because there used to be a fly, a salmon fly, which was very popular, and it was called the pot-bellied pig. And the tail used to be made from these boar's hair because they're stiff, they don't wear out. So I use it in a lot of my flies.
What do you use as a substitute if you don't happen to have any board? Is it like deer hair?
Get baby guts in.
Well, no, if you didn't have this, you'd use, I guess, cochleum.
Yeah.
Alaska, then.
Yeah, because most people make tails from cochleum. There isn't a substitute for this. I don't know.
I've got them in sport fish.
Aye?
You
Yeah.
have that in sport fish balls.
Well, they probably still do, don't they? I don't know. So I'll just tie that in.
Very shaky, but
So what I do is I tie in and then I adjust the length like that. Okay, it's very short tail. I'll just take that up. This is green, olive green. So, or a bright green. I prefer the bright green. This is a caddis green, funky. I've mentioned. I don't know if you can still get funky stuff. I guess you can, but funky is best. The vineyards tends to be crinkled, and the Funky, or whoever does Funky products now, it's much better material because it's straight, and also the colours are deeper colours. There's more saturation in the colours, so that's why I prefer to use Funky. But
So what's that you've got now, John?
Flexifloss,
That's
yeah. I'll just tie that in.
Does that plexiglass come in different diameters, John?
No,
So
no.
it goes
Yeah,
one
it's
side of it?
all as it comes. I don't know that.
You want it thin, you want it
You can split it.
Yeah, I guess you can. I never split it myself.
I found some of the stuff I got splits on, it's bloody on.
Yeah. So, yeah, this makes a lovely segmented body.
You like that material, don't you?
I do. I use it a lot because I use it instead of dubbing, because the reason being that the dubbing gets wet, and I don't know if it sinks very quickly, the dubbing. I've got no way of proving it, but to me it seems like it's got a lot of probably resistance, and so it won't sink as quickly. That's just, you know, my perception. I've got
traps air as well, though, doesn't it?
I guess so, but when it gets wet I don't know what happens to it.
Changes colour.
So there we are. That's
Evening, young man.
simplified, but that's I normally put that on the point. On the pointer on the dropper.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's too easy.
What more do you want? Well, you want easy flies, don't you? If you're going to make lots of flies, you don't want it to be too difficult.
Oh, that's simple.
And this is effective. You know, there's no question. It works. What like it imitates. What more do you want?
Do you find that the sort of the rubber texture is more conducive to catching the fish rather than using that? Well, they use that tube, that plastic tube, and you could get fine, like, what's it?
Yeah,
Glass, something glass. What size bead is that, John, on that?
that's 2 mil.
2 mil.
I know the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plastic, like a plastic.
It's like a thin tube, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So, there you are, that's number 1. Easy fly. Anyone can tie.
I was alright.
I warmed it up for you.
Thanks for your tips, by the way.
Young man.
Oh, thank you. Hey, what you got there?
Oh, that's his main goggles.
I thought it was your, what they call them, your
It is.
what they call those video glasses. I don't know. What do they call those? What's that? Oh, okay.
If anybody's struggling.
Okay. So I'm going to do another nymph.
He's got his Star Trek 38 glasses.
This time it's copperhead, tungsten bead. How's it looking on the screen? It's all right. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Righty ho.
Same size of a...
Yeah, 14. I wouldn't go big. I would always use 14 or 16.
Too big for Bosnia, John, is.
I'm not going to fish it in Bosnia.
You're not coming again.
If that's a 14 up, John, what size to be?
2 mil.
2 mil.
Yeah.
What's up size, John?
Is
It's
this...
a
14.
Yeah.
okay. So, next next thing we got is Bob's got lots of this. copper wire. Copper wire. I presume you've still got lots of this, Bob?
I got a fair bit, but
From them motors you nicked at
I
work.
haven't got the reels that I used to have, John.
So we're going to put in some copper
Still not
wire.
doing it yet.
No.
Oh, I thought you were missing that.
What leader would you use with these? What, to £2, something like that, John? £2.5?
0.14 6x.
What's that in pounds are you?
It's 0.14 millimeters. 6x, which is between 2 and 3 pounds.
That's better.
Yeah.
No, we are now.
Oh, you should know 6x because they've used that forever. If you know how to convert x into pounds, just take it away from 9. So if it's 5x, it's 4 pounds. If it's 4x, it's 5 pounds.
All right.
Okay?
Cunning.
No, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I thought everybody knew that.
Oh, no. Learn something at school
See, we're
day.
still learning.
Aye. Not at school day.
Pheasant tail.
Nearly out.
You know your stuff, see, doesn't he?
Hey,
You know your stuff, John.
I could recognise a pheasant tail from 100 yards. Okay, so there's always a temptation to make that too long. But I like it to be fairly short.
You're shorter than the shank.
Yeah, shorter than the shank length normally, that's a bit shorter. So I take that up and then I take it back down again. And you can if you put in a few more turns, you can lengthen the body a bit if you want to. Take that back up. How are we looking? Okay. So I'll just get some hackle pliers. I'm just getting the end with the hackle pliers, if I can get it all together. Is that it? Okay. Oh, so I've got a stray one, but never mind, I'll cut that off. So I'll take that up. 2 stray ones. Let's start again.
I think you're swearing.
Alright.
What was that?
Don't panic, Mr. Manring. Let's see if I can take it up by hand. It's probably better off, actually.
Yeah.
Except you can't see what I'm doing. So I could be cheating, couldn't I?
You putting the influence on it.
Hey?
Putting the influence on it.
What's cheap, isn't it?
Can you not use one of those fly clips? Because it's got a bit of a hook that you can grab more fibre.
I've never tried those.
Or just
So there we are.
Yeah.
Should have done it by hand in the first instance, I suppose. Okay, and then take this in the opposite direction. Okay, now you can leave it at that if you want to. It'll fish perfectly well, but you've got to have the option of putting some dubbing around if you want to. It gives the impression of legs, I suppose. So if you use a small pinch of dubbing, this is Spectra. I like Spectra because it's quite fine, and this is like peacock, I suppose. They don't call them by name, so they give them numbers.
Did you say which way round you use these on your cast?
It's usually on the first dropper.
What this one is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can be on the point. I don't think it makes a lot of difference. So I usually put the green one. Oh, but I will change them around, I suppose, thinking about it. There we are. It gives it a bit of life, doesn't it? Oh, damn, I got that off too short. I could have before I got there. It's all right. Okay, number 2. That's easy enough, isn't it?
Yeah. So you seem to think most people have probably too many different fly types in their box, if it's anything like that?
Well, I don't know. It's just I don't do that now. I'll tie up 20 of those,
Yeah.
and because I keep trying to reduce the number of boxes in my bag.
Yeah.
I keep reducing it. I keep going through it and taking it. I think, well, I haven't used that for ages. I'm not going to keep that anymore. And I sort of probably have 20 flies that I use. Because I you know, especially if it's tungsten, it's a lot to carry around, isn't it?
As you're getting on in years.
And the leaded one still.
Yeah. Yeah, lead's heavier than tungsten. Did you know that? Okay. So, done that.
When you say you toy 20 of those flies, I presume you're not carrying 20 of those flies around.
Yeah.
But the same one.
Yeah. Why?
You lose a lot.
No, everybody else.
Gives them away.
Everybody else does. I don't lose them.
He gives them to his friend Michael. Second cast in a tree.
No, as I say, I joke. He's not that bad now, but he ground baits with them.
He used to, didn't he?
Oh, up in the tree again.
I remember he said to me one day, he goes, you got one of these pheasant tail nets? I said, yeah, why? He said, well, I've lost all John's. I want to do yours.
He doesn't ask me now. I don't know where he gets them from. He must buy them, I think. I showed him how to tie them as well. He will have a go at the nymphs, to be fair, but it takes a lot of coaxing. So this is the blue-winged olive.
Yes. Do everything up for a few of them.
And as I said, this is a size 20 hook. So we're getting a bit small now.
What beads on this, John?
I don't put a bead on this
Oh,
one.
no bead on this
No, no. No, this is a dry fly.
What's that? Sure, put a bead on. Would that be down to a 1mm bead with it then? Or?
Yeah, you could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be on a jig hook, wouldn't it? Yeah, I got some as small as that, but I can't say that I use them these days. There's no reason why you shouldn't, you know, it's amazing what the fish can see. I'm always amazed. So, I'll have to alter that so you can see it. How's that? Oh, come on. There we are.
And then stay at Whitworth and Crawley.
Okay,
In the afternoon.
so
Morning after Hereford.
for this, I'm going to the spider thread, Semperfly spider thread. It's very fine thread. Juliana will know. What's the spider, the well-known spider thread? What's it called?
Nano?
Is it nano?
I don't know.
The nano is...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I bought
The
some.
na-
Is it
I bought some
almost
the other
new
day
one?
from the show.
The nano, doesn't that sort of split and it goes all over the bloody place? It's terrible.
Yeah.
It does free, yeah.
No, try. Is it nano? Oh, good. But it's very difficult to use.
The nano's alright, it's the other one, isn't it? So I bought some of that nano stuff the other day at the show.
Okay, but anyway, I've settled on this. This is fine thread, and it seems to do the job. So I just want for these small flies.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now.
But Simplify.
Pardon?
Is it Simplify? The thread?
No, it's
Oh, sir. Yes,
We
I
bought
can't-
some
I can't
Bob.
think of it.
We bought some the other day.
yeah, I know.
can't-
That's
I
that was
can't
this.
think of
That's this mate, but that's nano silk you've got.
Yeah, that's
But that's I'm not sure.
no, it's just,
if it's
I
thin,
know.
I'm not sure if it's as thin as this.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not sure.
I know it's pretty thin. Stuff like that.
So this is siliconized polypropylene yarn.
Oh, I got bought some of that as well.
You've got some polypropylene,
I
but
did. I bought a load of that.
but it's not siliconized.
No.
You can't get this now, unfortunately. This was
I'll siliconise it myself.
you could do. This was made by Niche or sold by Niche, and you get Niche have gone out of business now. So I cornered the market on these.
Yeah, we heard about you calling them
What
all that stuff as well.
thing you
You can buy a big spool of it, like 1,000 yards, but it can't, like it's about 30 quid or something. You think, how the hell I'm not going to buy that? So anyway, I got enough to keep me going. Look,
Well, it's only because you ain't got enough packets to put it in.
So what colour is this?
this is white, but I've got grey as well. Ideally, it would be blue. It would be a grey blue, wouldn't it? There's a blue winged olive. So, but and I have got that as well. But I'm doing this white. I'm doing this wine white. All right.
Is that better than the stuff you use for your clink?
I don't know the answer to that. The stuff, the dry fly, Tiemco dry
Yeah.
fly, that's got more body to it.
Yeah.
And if I use it on this, I'd have to split it a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas this is as it comes, as
Yeah.
it comes.
I see. Gotcha.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's a couple of stray hairs there. I just tie that in. Oh, I want it to be a bit longer. And I tie it way back off the eye of the hook for reasons which will become evident. Right. Now I cut this at an angle to make a tapered body. I'll just put that back in the bag. So I've got to keep tidy as I go along here, otherwise I'm going to get in the muddle. as I said, these are all successful flies. I mean, it's easy to say that, but often I was just pleasantly surprised how they worked. And if anything, over the last couple of years, I've gone smaller in size. Like before, I would use 12s or 14s, but now if anything, I go for 16s or smaller. So that's I just put in a carrot-shaped body there. So now coming back to a tail. In this case, I'm going to use the what do you call it? Coq de Leon, because that's what Davy uses. There you are. So, does anyone else use Coq de Leon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird stuff, isn't it? And it can be quite flipping expensive.
Very expensive, John.
I was looking today, and you can buy a cape for about 35 quid. But it didn't look very good to me, I thought, because usually you just buy a bunch of feathers, don't you? You
Yeah.
know, like that.
I bought some at the show.
Did you?
Yeah, it was about £6 a pack. I bought 2 packs.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I say a pack, you know, it's only about,
12.
I expect
12
half a
feathers.
dozen in there, something like
About
that.
12 feathers.
Yeah.
About 12 feathers.
Yeah,
in a
that's
pack,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. But that'll last you for a while,
You,
won't it?
you see, they don't kill the birds. They pluck the birds
Oh.
and make a bunch. And I was at a show in
That's a
France.
good idea, though, that. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You mean?
And I've never seen the birds, you know, as a bird, like, you know. And I was looking at them and I thought, oh, they're the pretty monkey, like, you know, just
You're a baller, isn't it?
yeah, like, you know. And you go, like, you know, according to the shades, like, you know, that you want, and they pluck them. and the feather, like, you know, grow again, like, you know, and the birds, like, you know,
Yeah.
still there, like, you know, 20 years later, you know.
So,
Until Christmas.
No, but they're not like the genetic
Yeah.
birds. The meat, they go for animal feed.
Oh,
You know,
right.
they cut, you know, dogs or cats, like, you know. Sometimes, like, you know, get them the meat by the shop. But yeah, like, you know, they don't kill the birds, they just pluck them. I got a Coq de Leon cape, grey, and it was about £35, like, you know, like 5-6 years ago. But again, like, you know,
But there's
you
two,
don't see many capes available.
there's 2 breeds of them, though, isn't there?
Pardon?
There's 2 breeds of them, isn't there? Is
Yeah.
it Spanish or the
No, well,
Italian or a French one?
they grow them in Spain, right? In
Yeah.
a certain part of Spain.
Ah,
I forget now
yes,
the
yeah.
area. But the reason is that part, you know, the soil has got a lot of mineral.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, they keep them there, like, you know, and I tell you what, like, you know, the ordinary genetic capes, like, you know, the birds, like, you know, they grow like in a huge big shed, like, you know, and then in the morning, if you feel good, you know, first class, you know, they skin them, like, you know, if you feel like shit, like, you know, third, like, you know, and they just give, it's up to the guy that does the selection, like, you know, how did he get up this morning? Good? bad, like, you know. But on the Coq de Leon, like, you know, you see the birds, you want the shades, like, you know, and they had about 5 or 6 different colour birds, like, you know, and they were all black, like, you know, these birds, like, you know, they don't look too good, but I didn't know what they were at the time. And then you listen, you know, now there is a reason why they bring birds, like, you know, half black, like, you know.
Okay,
It's body.
so this is the body. I showed you these the other week. Turkey biots. This is a new company, Kindale. They were at the show, weren't they? I don't know
Yeah.
what their background is, but they
I
seem.
think that's where I got the cocktail.
Yeah, I think they got some good products. So we get a goose bite, a single goose bite. I'll just show you that. All right. So this is olive coloured. And then I just snipped the very thin end off. And then, unfortunately, I've got to tie this towards me, but on the biots the biots are curved. So you want the, how do you explain this? The,
Concave.
yeah, does everybody understand concave and convex?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I use that term, then you want the concave facing towards you.
Yeah.
All right. Concave, for those who don't know what concave is, if you think of a cave, you're inside a cave and it's bent like that. So that's a concave shape. Does that make sense?
And convex is the outside.
Convex is the outside. That's right. Well done. Another lesson. So I'm going to tie that in with the concave side facing towards me.
You say, is that black?
No, I didn't say it was black. I said it was olive.
Olive, that's right. I remember. I remember.
It's a black olive.
If you
Black
like.
olives.
Stuff.
Okay. So now, because it's quite fragile, you do put super glue on. But I don't want to put super glue on there, so I'm just going to put some hard as nails stuff. This is from my friend Tony Hopkins. I don't know if it is hard as nails, but anyway, it smells good. I just put that on there just to help it stick down. He sells hard as nails 1 and hard as nails 2, and I don't know what the difference is really.
Thick and thin, I would have said.
Yeah, but which one?
Well,
That's the problem. I don't know. So,
I expect they're all both the same, except we got a different number.
well, that's right. He was a bit like that actually. Tony, I don't know if he's still around, Tony, but I used to order a lot of stuff off him. Right, so in we go. Okay, so far so good. Now, what you do next is you put a couple of turns in front of the wing, like that. That makes it stand up. And then you get your William Hill pen. Have you all got a William Hill pen? Or Argos pen?
Yeah, before he got the money.
Oh, they got me here, haven't they?
Yes.
And the beauty of that is, if you're not using whip tool, you get right under the wing, look. And that's really, I do that now on all the wings that are close to the eye. And you get a very clean whip. Okay, so that's your blue-winged olive.
What's the advantage of using a bite as opposed to, say, a single fibre for goose quill or something?
You could do, but it just looks good, and why not? It gives you a segmented body. You could use flexi-floss, but this looks a lot better. I'm not sure if the fish would notice. But also, it's not as heavy as flexi-floss. I don't know what other properties the Biot's got.
So you can't see it from here on the screen and that, but has it got a sort of like a rough edge to the segmentation?
Yeah.
I thought it
One has, yeah, there's a little flut.
yeah.
Yeah, if you do it properly, I don't know if I've done it properly, but yeah, is the answer.
You're right.
Look, bearing in mind,
Fluffy ribbon.
it has as well. That's lucky.
Yeah.
Got a fluffy rib, is it?
Hey.
Tommy Cooper strokes again.
And that, I fished with that a lot last year when I couldn't see. The fish were taking something, but I couldn't see what they were taking. So I just bunged that on. I used to put a gnat on, and that would work sometimes, but it was never as good as that. And you can, with the white post, you can just about see it on the water.
I suppose I'd go as a mint, wouldn't it?
I see that.
Yeah. You can see it.
You can.
I can see it. So, okay,
Especially in the ripple, isn't it? Yeah, you don't see it.
let's just have a tidy up.
Just have to work for the work.
That's the bottom of the bottom of the fly, I think.
So I'd be a top on the top drop.
No,
Oh.
it's a dry fly.
Oh yeah, just on its own then.
Yeah. On a,
As a single.
When I go with
you have to, the leader with that, you'd have to go down to a 0.08, which is 7x
Yeah, when I go with
or 8x, I guess it's 8x, 0.08.
I'll just wait till it goes tight.
Is that where your strop comes into it?
The what?
Is that where your strop comes into it?
Yeah, Stroft is strong and fine. Stroft, that's what it means. Strong and fine. Well, I think that's what it means. And it is. It is really the best. I think most people use Stroft now. On the river. And
Did you have to order it from Germany or?
no, some companies do it with
You can get it, yeah, you can get it online. Yeah, you can
tungsten beads plus do it, and angling, what's the angling centre, is it called?
Angling activity?
Angling Active, I think, do it. You if you shop around you can get it.
Yeah.
You can buy direct from Germany if you want to, but it's better, you don't get any discount off them if you order direct.
No, the one that I ordered sometime back. I had direct from Germany.
Yeah, I used to do that because I used to have some euros, but I haven't got euros anymore, so I don't do it. Okay, so the next one is the sherry spinner.
Size 22?
No. This is a long shank 14. Actually, I may have misinformed you, those nymphs were probably on a 16. So this is a 14, definitely that's, it says on the box. Sorry, the nymphs were on 16s. Ends. Dry flyers, nice gape on this, wide gape. So this is a bright Michael Wardle design, but I changed it to make it into a sherry spinner. He used to call it a reverse tied dun or something. So it's going to be a reverse tying. Ta-da! And for my next trick,
I remember Michael saying it, John.
yeah, we'll use this white thread again.
Insult the diary. I'll let you know.
Are we going to try these next week? No? No. Do it on the tin then.
Right, I put in a tail, and this is just
Narrow, Brian. Put on the arrow.
this is just cheapo cock hackles, and I get some fibres off the hackles. Let's find a decent. That was that big. Yeah, I suppose so. Spinners have got quite a long tail. That's how you can identify them, really. But apart from the way they fly. Because they fly in swarms, circling around. Try this one. Ah, that'll do. So, pinch and loop. Start again. Start again. I'll do it a different way. I will. Just lift them over if I can. No, I can't do that either. I'll just have to go with this then. Put a turn underneath. Carry on down. So there's an errant hair there which I'll get rid of. Okay. So now I get some. I normally use seal's fur, But it's easier with superfine dubbing. You all got that? Most people have. Well, Davey Wootton used to do it, didn't he? Yeah.
Before he went to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, before he went to America. What's that?
Where's the swear box?
Is that what colour you're using for? Is it pheasant tail sort of colour?
What's that?
That dubbing you're putting on?
No, it's sherry.
Oh, it's sherry. That makes sense.
Reddish.
Yeah,
Can you see it?
Claret.
yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's sherry, because it's a sherry spinner. So, let's just put that in. I'll just put a bit more. Actually, yeah, I could have started that a bit further back. I'm not sure if the seal's fur would be better for this, but I know it probably doesn't make any difference. You have to get very fine seal's fur to dub it well, don't you?
It's okay if you use it in the loop to that one. It's very sweet.
Okay, how's that look? Right, now, you can use the hackle points off here to make the wings, but I prefer to use a cape. It's the feathers are much better. So I'm going to use a badger. Alright. So I'll get a couple of very fine feathers. And I get one from each side of the cape because I want them to be kind of matching. If I get them from the same side of the cape, they'll have the same curve, so they won't necessarily match up. Okay. So you
I've never seen that one.
We used to about 5 miles apart.
you want these face to face. If you can get them face to face.
That gives you concave to concave, so.
Yeah.
No, convex to convex is what I mean.
Yeah. No, it is concave to concave.
Alright.
There it was, like, you know, so I had to go to Sunday. So tired.
So,
Yes, yeah, quite a unique way of target black flies. He only fished black flies.
I suppose Chris.
Huh?
Right.
Okay. And then I use a badger for the hackle. So that's my badger. I don't know if you can see all. So again, this was towards the end of the season. I could see spinners. I couldn't identify them because I'm no good at identifying flies anyway. But so I made an educated guess and went for the sherry spinner, and it did the job. Do you remember that one, Tony? Do you remember me mentioning that? No?
Afraid not, John.
Because I gave Jackie one of those as well.
Oh, right, yeah. You've not mentioned it to me.
Well, she got me to send her a picture. She said she sent me a picture on by text, and she said, "Is this a red spinner?" And it was a nymph, and I said, "Well, no, it's not a red spinner," and I had to send her a picture. So make sure that's tied in securely, and then go back. Right. So I'm winding the hackle back up towards the thread now. So that have you noticed this is reverse tying?
Yeah.
But you've got to be careful not to catch the hook point.
Well, you have.
That's nice tying, yeah?
Yeah, it's very effective. Nice fly.
So that shape in there.
It is.
So the theory is, right, that and there's a lot to it really. Michael was quite a clever guy because I think he thought up most of these ideas himself. And the theory behind this reverse tied hackle is that the bend is the heaviest part of the hook. So that's what needs supporting with the hackle, not the eye end. Yeah? So if you want it to float, it's better to tie the hackle there. But not only that, the leader will hold that up.
Yeah.
So there's logic behind it. It's quite clever, really. And the other thing is, I can't remember the name of the book by the Australian guy, but you know, most of the conventional flies assume that the fly is facing upstream, whereas they might not be. They might be facing downstream. So if you fish with this fly is facing downstream, because they'll face into the prevailing wind to take off.
That probably sits better on the water as well, John, that.
I expect it would. I expect it would.
The surface, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks a nice silhouette, nice shape from here.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Peter, for saying that.
You're just buttering the work, John.
Hey?
You're just buttering.
He's got a time he doesn't these days.
No, it's good. It's good. You ought to tie these. They're all easy flies. There you are.
Yeah, I'll show you, you get up.
Okay. So, the next one is I'm not sure whether it's an emerger or it's a cripple fly, because again I never used to, when people said, oh, it's a crippled fly, I never used to think much about it. And then if you think about it, I mean, a lot of flies get stuck in the surface and they're easy pickings, so the fish are going to go for those rather than a fly that could fly off at any moment. So it makes a lot of sense, really, a crippled fly. Easy pickings.
They might probably malformed as well. Malformed as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Perhaps, you know.
yeah. So this is in a using a grub hook, if you like. So they call it a grub hook, shrimp hook. So start off with a thread. Oh. This time I'm going to use black flexi. Oh, well, I can use anything I like. I'm not sure if I've got black flexi actually.
Use grain and then use a pen.
Yeah, well, I thought I brought. Pardon?
Use green and then do it, go over in a pen.
Yeah, well, I could do it. It's just, it doesn't make a lot of difference.
No, it don't. I know you're tying it under, I'm tying it. I know you're tying it on.
So anyway, I can't see the black flexi, but this can be any colour you like, really. I use dark olive. Depends what's hatching at the time, really.
What's this one, John?
This is a crippled mayfly or emerger mayfly. It could be either. I mean, again, this worked well on the mono. Very hard, strong stuff. Nicolastic. Right all. Right, so take this down quite a way. Again, I'm using flexi, but you could use dubbing, superfine, whatever your preference. It's just like I said, I like to use this flexi because it sinks, and this is an emerging pattern. You want the body to be below the surface, really. Right. So I'm just ribbing, the flexi, to make a kind of segmented body. It looks pretty good actually, the flexi, if you do
Got
it.
any tension on that top?
Only slightly, it's slipping through my fingers, so I'm not pulling it very hard. I mean, you could start off and adjust and slacken it as you go up to make it more tapered, if you wanted to.
That's the initial announcement.
Do you know what? I knew he was going to do that. I did. I
So why
did.
did you do it then?
Did you see? I put the thread out of the way, and it still bloody came off, didn't it? Anyway, there you go. Just bear with me a sec, folks. These things happen. I was really careful then as well.
What that stretch that you got?
Eh?
What that stretch what you got on there?
Stretch.
Yeah, no, he's got,
Oh,
he's got
you
no
see.
tying thread.
Oh,
He's got a,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stretch what I got on there, Bob.
yeah.
Good thought. Yeah, I lost the thread as well. Right. Okay. Is that what you do, Bob? Is that
What's
what
that?
you do? Stretch it?
Yeah.
Hey, you little rascal.
but he probably get hold of it with apple plurs.
I also cut the thread off like you as well.
Then he chucks his tools at the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to go.
I
that
always
way.
have two reels going at the same time, just in case.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't have to thread it then. You just pick that one up.
I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but still. I should have started afresh.
They catch hold of it with the apple plurs.
That's why you want one of them tools to hang it out the way like the Americans have got.
An hanging out tool.
Oh, they got another spring further back so you can hang.
Oh
it on.
yeah. Well, I hung it over the back of the vice.
Yeah.
I thought.
No, this is over the front. Over the front, so you could hang it over while you're.
There we are. That'll do.
Marker pen.
Eh?
Marker pen, I cover that.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a bit left over, yeah?
Hmm?
Got a bit of flexi floss left over.
Yeah, yes, I wait spot.
Yeah. So, bearing in mind the body could be better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some white CDC. Right. So I'll get two CDC feathers. Right. Put them front to front, or dull side to dull side. Should we call it that, eh?
Inside to inside.
for the gold.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tie that in.
I forget the name.
Mm-hmm.
Is that white?
What's that?
I know.
Is it white feather?
Yeah,
It was quite similar.
I haven't got them lined up. Can you see? Doesn't it show on the
Yeah,
camera?
it is, but sometimes.
Okay, yeah, it is.
It was the window.
It is white, yeah.
For the wing.
I must have a printed package of the yellow
Yeah, I have.
duck. Turkey.
So I've tied it quite a way back from the eye of the hook. Alright. Now, Alan showed me this, Alan Rees. Well, I'd seen it done and he confirmed it over the phone one day. So what you do is you stroke the CDC forward, but you leave some strands behind. All right. And then I tie in front as before. Where's my biro gone? Oh, there it is. Hey, have you all got a biro?
Yes.
No, we got one of those.
Oh, yeah?
Now, you've got the tool, if you buy them brass
What you do,
tools,
just a couple of turns.
if you buy the brass tools, John, it's already got it.
Just the one, yeah.
Just the one,
Yeah.
and that just suffices it.
Well, it's a hitch, so you can put. I just put 2 hitches on,
Oh, yeah.
right? So what that represents there? That's it. That's the fly. But it's a fly which is emerging from a shook. I mean, I could have probably made that a bit smaller when it gets wet. I mean. So it's a fly which is emerging from a shook, or it's a crippled fly, like stuck in the surface.
Do you put any extra floating on that or not?
Good question. I use the TMCO dressing that we use, the silicone dressing. I'm not sure about that, you know, but that's what you do, isn't it?
Very good.
Is that a natural white CDC or is it bleached?
No, it can't be natural, can it?
Well, I don't know, it might have been from a white duck.
I think they must dye them, don't they?
Well, that's going to take some of the oil out of it.
Yeah.
The natural, they're more off white rather than white.
Okay. I mean, if anything, I could have made the shook a bit shorter. I'm reluctant to cut it because it never looks good, but I can pinch it like marabou, I suppose. I don't know.
Your half hitch tool, John, the stone flow half hitch comes with 3 different detachable heads on it.
Well, what can I say? I'll have to buy another one. This is inferior. This hasn't got detachable heads. You can remove that head to get a smaller head.
Well, that's underneath, I think.
Yeah, but it's not detachable.
No.
You'll have to buy 2 more biro pens, John, it's alright.
Yeah, but you can buy the brass tools with them already on the handle.
He's got
The back of the handle is.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was using inferior equipment.
I bet you got those at Devon.
No, that's upgraded
Upgraded.
from the Vineyards bloody tools.
Oh, no. Yeah,
You're not allowed to use big though, because they've got
never
it
travel sections.
So, I've not done the spider. I can do the spider, or I can do another crippled mayfly. But I have done that before. I'll just describe it to you, and then you can choose which you want me to do. So with a crippled mayfly, what it is you put on a grub hook and you use palmered, olive coloured CDC, right? And you palmer it up, and as you're palmering it up, you pull the feather back so that it sort of lies on the hook shank, and when it goes in the water it makes a flexible body, and then you make the wing from deer hair. So that's also a crippled fly. Okay. And the other is at the end of last year, I saw the video of Robert Smith's about
spiders,
Yorkshire
yeah.
spiders,
Oh yeah.
and he did one, and he said, "This is the fly I use in the winter, and it catches me all the grayling," and it's called the Royal Charlie.
I've tried some, yeah.
And I tied some up, and it worked the first day I took it out. It was amazing, and I thought, bloody hell, how about that? So, I can do both if you like. It's 8:45, 10 to 9.
Just
Hey?
do the Charlie.
Do the Charlie.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah? Okay. Just as well, because I haven't got my hair stacking tool. I thought I had, but it's not there. Okay, the Charlie it is. So I tie this on a dry fly hook. So you've got to have your Purcell silk. You've all got Purcell silk, haven't you?
Yes, John. Are you selling some?
No.
What colour is that? Hot orange?
This
No,
is
it's red.
red.
Oh, it's red.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's red.
We can see that from here.
Right?
Well, we can see that from here.
Yeah, but your eyes are big, Tom. You can see over that.
I mean, the point is, when I've had these for years, and when I bought them, I didn't know what I was buying, and now they've all come into their own. It's amazing, really. Wasn't planned. So let's just see what we got here.
Straightly here, yeah.
I'll do this on a 14. So this is a hen's dry fly.
CDC ship.
Basically.
Okay, so I'm going for the spider thread this time because I why am I doing that? I don't know.
You're cracking on.
Yeah, something like that. So we'll stick that in.
4 turns per inch.
Well, there is that.
What size hook is that, John?
It's a 14. It's a 14.
Didn't they tie him or what on that size?
Yeah, you can do.
No, I said didn't they? They used to.
Yeah, spiders, I think.
When they used to make them.
But again,
Well, still
yeah,
make
but
them.
again, it's surprising how small you can go. I'm more and more amazed how small you can go, and the fish still take it. So this is my partridge cape. I bought this off Steve Cooper about 20 years ago, and I still use it. It's still got lots of feathers.
You bought a new one the other day, didn't you?
I did.
Why?
Because this one's, I'm using all the small feathers on this one.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the feathers off this area here
Yeah.
because they're smaller feathers, and they want to be speckled rather than striped. So I'll get as I said, I'm running low on small feathers, but so I'm going to use that feather there. All right. Now, because I'm getting low on small feathers. Oh, by the way, I tie my hackle in first. I'm not sure if other people do that, but I find it's easier because it's more substantial. Right, you can see that's quite a big feather really compared with the hook. So what I do is I pull that through. And in that way I shorten some of the hackle fibres. I could pull it further, but we'll go with that for the moment. Just like my scissors, these are used for removing cataracts.
Remove what?
Cataracts. Do you want one? No, that's what they use for.
The operation, not
They're stainless steel, and they only ever use them once, and then they get rid of them.
My wife used to give me scissors when she worked in the hospital as well.
You shouldn't be saying that, John, and go from Harpury up on Wednesday for cataracts.
Oh well, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
They got some new scissors in by then.
Yeah. You'll be okay.
Well, you'll be able to ask him after the operation, can you have them, sir?
So, let's. This is my red silk, Purcell's red silk. You have to use this. You can't use any other silk. Waste of time.
It changes colour.
You're wasting your time.
It's all to do with the smell from Purcell's.
Is it?
Beyond all doubt.
Did he have sweaty hands?
Don't want to go into that.
You've been eating bananas before you go to
Oh, so you have to go a long way to get one in now.
And the Purcells.
Yes. You want to
Oh,
find a
before I put that in, I'll put the rib in.
Some places for about 100 quid on eBay. It's ridiculous.
This is. So, gold wire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just in case it
I
won't
always,
work.
I always do that, yeah. Use a tube or not? When you fall back for the tube.
No, not really. No.
Ah, I use a tube.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just thinking.
And I use slightly up when you pull it down.
Okay.
Just keeps the pedals together when you
Yeah.
tie.
Yeah, tight.
Thank you.
Yeah, the white actually makes the silk lighter, doesn't it? Makes it easier to see. It's with a white background.
I thought you might have been using your number 7 on that.
Well, that would have been over the top, wouldn't it? For some reason, greyling like red. Okay. So put the ribbing in.
You okay?
That's copper ribbon, John, is it?
It's gold.
Oh, it's gold.
Yeah.
Brass.
Is it brass? Is it?
Brass.
John Martin did the batter.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I remember when we first started
Yeah,
getting
there's one light.
Okay.
I miss it, I swear it was you know, it's anything like that.
So bring that forward. And then I'm going to find my hackle pliers. I put those in, and oops, just bring that forward a bit. I've messed that feather up, so I just put another one in. Oh, yeah, I will. That's a shame.
Seems to be there are awkward things on their part, Travis.
Yeah. Never mind. As I said, I've used all the small ones, so we'll stick. We'll do this. This isn't the way I normally do it, but
By choice, do you put more turn of hackles or less?
well, the current school of thought is that you put less, but in the Robert Smith video, which is worth a watch. He shows examples of the original flies which he's got, and there they got lots of turns on the hackles, big hackles. So I think it's just a fallacy, or it's the way people have developed the pattern. The thing is that normally when you put a feather or hair around a body like that, it's to create a veiling effect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cloak, isn't it?
Yeah. And so the logic would be that you put fewer turns on to get a better. But the original flies had lots on. So my apologies for that being rather long.
Again, like with partridge, like the partridge feathers, like it doesn't give you the choice to overdo it because the stem, like is quite thick.
Yeah.
I have people like they say you strip one side.
Yeah.
To keep it light.
Yeah.
Could you also tie it in by the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could do.
There's a soft tackle fly.
But the stem is so thick when you tie it by the stem, you only
That's
do
not too
one
bad, is it?
turn and one
That's all right.
turn.
Okay, so now to finish off, this looks amazing in the water. It's just because that covers the body, the feather, and then this, if you put peacock herl for the thorax, it gives it a sheen. It really looks amazing. I think it looks like a real insect.
Where did you come from?
So that's it, Royal Charlie.
I look at it and say, okay.
Yeah. This is what you get.
All right,
Good.
does that do you?
Thanks very much for showing us all that, John, and your methods.
Yeah,
Brilliant, thank you.
that's okay. And it's real fishing. That's the thing. It's just
Yeah.
it's not fly tying. Well, it is, but it's for a real purpose.
Well,
It's
yeah.
not exhibition tying, it's
No,
tying for practical.
that's right.
Flows it.
Took the words out of my mouth. Okay, I'll put that up on a video if you wish.
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, good, yeah. So you tie the
Good life then.
peacock curl
Yeah.
in front of the arco.
Yes. Yeah.
To give a
But it slicks down actually. It looks like a head in real life. It really, I can't describe it.
It's nice that.
When you once it's been in the water and you fish with it, you take it out, you think, wow, that looks like a real insect. You know, it's really, really clever.
No rush, but just get to the end of your knitting line and then you can stop.
You're going to be in trouble, right?
Okay, that's very good of you.
He's crawling there.
See you there.
So we've got a break now.
Give me a buzz when you're right.
What did you
I'm
just
listening,
call
John,
her?
to fair enough.
Hey,
Bye.
I'm listening.
what's your mate's name?
Rob.
Rob. So we've got a break now
I'm
till
very good books at the moment, so I'm all right.
till March, third week in March,
17.
17th is it?
Oh, we'll have all caught fish by then, won't we, on the river?
Yeah.
Some point before.
And so
It says here, different.
Tony's mate Rob has kindly volunteered to come along and show us his woven fly tying
Oh,
rig.
yeah, I used to do that.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Oh, you've got a rig?
No.
Was it the wooden one?
Oh no, I didn't have a
I don't
ring.
know.
Italian style?
Oh,
My fingers
It
were
was Italian when they used to have.
Is it?
Yeah.
the Fakocki,
Yeah. Yeah.
Fakocki style.
I could have
Call it what you like.
video or that, don't I? I think I might have a video.
He had a video and couldn't understand.
Another way of trying it.
Well, it's all
Pardon?
in
Another way
Italian,
of
isn't it?
trying it, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's just something different, you know,
Different, isn't it?
Yeah.
interesting.
You got the
Yeah.
hanging vertical and the body detached like that.
Yeah.
And he's,
Stem flies? No.
I know
Yeah,
the
stem
theory,
flies.
but you know,
Yes,
I'd never
that's
done
right.
I've got a
it.
video on it.
And then
I
they,
bought.
You have to do.
the woman, the
Right, yeah, I
Did
got,
you
Thank you.
actually bought a video?
I got a vid, yeah, it's an old, you know, yeah.
It's
I bought it
different.
at the thing. I'll look for it.
Is it Betamax?
Eh?
Yeah,
No, it's the other one.
yeah.
JVC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna tell you though,
Oh yeah?
yeah, I can use it on.
Bigger than
But,
the stand.
Yes, I have actually, yeah.
And it hangs vertical.
What's it like?
So
What's his name?
the body
I'm trying to think what his name
is
is.
horizontal on the
Max, Max,
and the hook is below the surface.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, something like that, or Tom, yeah,
They're getting ready now.
yeah.
I'll have to see if I still got
I tried to get
Thomas.
frame because it's got a special
Thomas, but it's
frame.
in Italian.
Yeah,
But they wanted
Chip's
over
funny
£100.
name, yeah.
But I thought
He's a, not
And
funny,
really,
or something like that,
it's
isn't it?
two pieces of wood.
In the
Yeah, it didn't explain it
First-
very
No,
well in the
no.
video.
You're up in the tree.
Yeah.
20,
Yes,
20
it
minutes,
looks
half
like
an
that.
hour.
You can
the
build
thing
it, you
is,
regularly
it's a
just blocks of wood.
You need
Four blocks.
somebody
Yeah,
to
yeah.
show you how
Yeah.
to try to how to
Eh?
I've got one look at.
there is
Well,
no
I've got-
video.
I'm gonna build when I'm around.
I've
I've got to watch it for, I also got,
It's the guy from Rome.
design folder, making,
And,
what's it, leader?
and his name is
Oh, really?
fuck off.
Yeah, I got drawings for that.
Seen him once and then again.
Paul, that's the car park. Doing a demonstration.
Yeah, I got a design.
Anyone else had any car parking tickets? You all clear? I had one.
No, did you?
Yeah.
No, up here with Peter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pete and Barry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But, no.
I don't know if you know, John, but at the BFFI, Paul Aston got strong-armed onto the committee of the Fly Dressers Guild.
Oh wow. Okay. Right.
Committee member without portfolio.
That sounds a bit dodgy.
Yeah, well, that's what Caroline used to do, isn't it?
Okay. Is that like the Elon Musk of the Fly Dressers Guild, is it? Does he go around sacking everybody?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Because, what's it, Chris and Caroline are supposed to be stepping back.
Oh right.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't stay for the AGM.
You didn't think what?
I didn't stay for the AGM, so I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Because it turned out that Chris forgot to ask Paul, Caroline forgot to ask Paul, and the first thing he knew was when he was sat there at the meeting.
All
Thank you,
right.
John.
Okay, Stanley.
Next time.
Yeah, radio.
We're going to be for breakfast at 1.
The grandkids are arriving tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I don't have that problem. I only have a dog.
That's plural, Tony.
Yeah. Two boys.
All right.
Oh, that's so bad.
No, I was going to say I'll bring my cooker and cook breakfast if they're going to.
Finish with you.
See you next time then.
Yes.
Bye.
Are you the entertainment manager then?
No.
Sure, John, thanks again for that.
Okay. Righto.
Get in my fucking chair.
Sure, chaps.
Bye.
That's my chair. When I was young, that's another 10 pencil when we were sitting in there. Thanks, John. Very good.
Okay, Barry.
All the best.
See you.
Yeah, cheers now.
See you, Baz.
See you now.
See you, Barry.
Cheers, Barry.
Yeah. It's got common to that car for sure. They both wake up early, sit there on their tablet. Don't look at anybody else, they just sit on there. You know, and they, sorry, you know, sit there with their legs over the bloody
Yeah, that's
on
right.
their chair. Fair enough, you know, they don't disturb Alawi, but
Yeah.
But they like their cabin.
Oh,
I was,
Julia,
well, she,
she's on the verge of a two. She can have a bar, in her back.
You're only jealous.
I
I've got a lot of old stuff.
Well sorted out. You might have.
She should have gone to dad.
I doubt it. Because I've got some small bobbins like that.
Yeah.
They don't do the small
And then
bobbins.
I took her.
I don't know.
She says to my wife, "Where's Joyce?" There, I'm Joyce. "No,
Mine
you're
is genuine purse sills, this guy on there.
Women used to sew with that, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was through
Unfortunately, my wife hates sewing, so she
Joyce
wouldn't.
wants something."
it don't get any better, because
sharp.
talk to my sister,
I drew the handle on and
and she's got a
I
grandson.
was bleeding
Anyway, cut a fish in it.
Too cold yet for me.
with disadvantages of taking rule free.
You've got the thermals to fit in.
I've got thermals that fit me twice.
Okay, Pete.
It's still got a timer in the neck.
Yeah.